Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Ryan with Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. We do have an update for you in regards to our upcoming severe weather potential for the Tuesday afternoon and evening time frame for the Great Lakes region. We do have an update from the SPC, which did shift that slight risk a little bit further east and a bit further north. It now encompasses Saginaw, Flint, Lansing, Ann Arbor, Adrian, Monroe, Toledo, and Cincinnati. They are just outside that slight risk, but it's likely we're going to see a marginal risk added tomorrow. Now, the SPC risk categories go 1 to 5. Marginal is your lowest. Slight risk is level 2. That's what we have here as level 2 out of 5. The enhanced risk is a level 3, moderate is level 4, and high risk is level 5. So right now, the highest risk on this map is a 15% slight risk, which was a level 2 out of 5. But we're likely going to see a marginal risk level 1 of 5 added surrounding these yellow areas. So places like Rockford, Illinois, Madison, Wisconsin, Detroit, up through Port Huron, over toward Toledo, Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, those particular areas likely to be added to a severe risk at the overnight outlook, as they only do marginal risk at the day 3, day 2, and day 1 outlooks. This is still day 4. They don't do the marginal and the exact threats as well until we get down to the day 3 time frame. So likely we're going to see these shift a little bit further as we head into the day 3 and 2 time frame. But right now, this is just a general area. It did get extended further north and a little bit further east there as well. So breaking this back down, like we did the past couple of days here, starting with your temperatures. Again, nothing's really changed in terms of your temperatures or dew points. Everything's expected to be the same. We do have some areas kind of zoning in on some concern here. So we're going to hop into that right now. So first and foremost, your GFS, your global forecast system model on this particular model does indicate Monday warm up, and then those temperatures linger into Tuesday. The low pressure develops, and there's that tight temperature gradient there off to the west, the blue and purple temperatures there, indicating very cold temperatures, and then these warmer air temperatures out here in orange, yellow, and reds. Those are going to be your 60s and 70s in this time frame for Tuesday. We probably will touch 70 for a good portion of the southern part of the Great Lakes region. Up in Michigan, Wisconsin, likely going to be in the upper 60s, mid 60s, depending on your area. But that cold front there is going to be the focus for these showers and storms. So looking at the European model, this is your projected radar. We're not going to get too in depth on this yet because we're kind of waiting on the numerical models, the NAM3, the HRRR model, some more short-term, more accurate, reliable forecast models. So these are just kind of general ideas at this point. And the European has been the most consistent with the development of the low pressure and also the development of showers and storms in these particular areas. So first and foremost, this is Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. We see that low pressure sitting off here in Missouri. We're starting to see some development out in front of that low pressure. That's to be expected. We move into the 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central time frame. We start seeing explosive development here along the warm front and along the cold front here, anywhere from northern Indiana all the way through Illinois here. We do expect that to be the case, and now work its way northeastward as the evening goes on. This is 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. We see it entering Illinois, southern Michigan, and as we continue on to the evening hours, we see it push eastward into Ohio, so southern Illinois, Indiana, southern Ohio, as well as central Michigan as well, getting into some action. So the general area going back here to the severe risk does appear to be the north central Illinois, northern Indiana, south Michigan, west Ohio, just like this map is showing here. Not much has changed, but in terms of our overall instability and ingredients, nothing's really changed much, but we're kind of watching two things in particular. Number one being the time frame of instability. So first and foremost, going back here to this model in the European model, we see these showers and storms developing right around that 6 p.m. time frame. Now we correlate that to surface instability here. This is going to be your surface instability product. We go through the evening hours on Monday into Tuesday morning. We see a surge of instability into the area that may touch off some showers and storms Tuesday morning. If that happens, that may hinder the atmosphere just a bit, although the moisture returns are expected to make a good comeback into the Tuesday evening. We see that here with more instability pushing up from the south. We see that there in the greens and blues. And then this is going to be correlating with that development of showers and storms. But right now, the European model is kind of a little bit more conservative on these amounts. Again, numerical models, when we get into the short term range, will have a better handle on this. But right now, the European is kind of borderline showing good Cape values, but it could be, I mean, if these values are a little bit lower than what they're projected to be, we may not be talking as big of a severe threat, especially in Michigan, Western Ohio, and Northern Indiana. Illinois still seems to be that bigger threat right now that we're kind of seeing. But again, that is expected to shift eastward overnight into the evening hours on Tuesday. But again, this is going to be really highly dependent on service instability and the returns we're getting here. This model in particular does show sufficient instability returns. But again, that is the biggest question, is our moisture and instability returns, as we could be cutting off moisture from the south with storms that are going to be developing in Arkansas, Missouri, that may cut off our moisture transport from the Gulf of Mexico. We've talked about it for a few days now. It's still the case. We're not going to really know that until the day of. But overall, your synopsis has not changed. Your overall slight risk is still there. We expect that to hold through. And I do expect there to be some kind of severe thunderstorm activity in the Great Lakes region. Now, in terms of threats, in terms of timing, again, that's 4 to 6 p.m. time frame. Look for storms to start firing off in Illinois, pushing eastward as the evening goes on. And as far as threats go, right now we are concerned for all hazards. Wind, the first threat, would be the concern. Hail, a secondary threat. And the possibility of spin-up tornadoes is on the table here, given the amount of wind shear. But again, that tornado threat is highly dependent on how much instability and moisture we have returning into the Great Lakes region. With that being said, guys, that's all I have for you. Again, another update tomorrow, same time frame, 7:45, 6:45 Central. We'll be here live once again. We will have chasers live in the field. In fact, we just scheduled that for 3 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon if needed. Barring anything significant happening with the setup, we will be live with chasers in the field. I'll be here at home with live radar calling out tornadoes and stuff like that. So we will have you guys covered here, and then as well into the Tuesday afternoon, evening time frame. So with that being said, guys, hit that like button on your way out. I'll see you guys later.